Hi, my name is Nicole Lamb. I'm from Dance at Your Doorstep, and today is going to be a little bit different on how I teach things. I've noticed that in classes for salsa, group classes, that the hardest part for people catching on to the rhythm of salsa is that it's very fast. We as North Americans generally listen to different music, slower music, or maybe not slower music, but the sounds of salsa have a lot of rhythms, and we're pretty basic as far as, well, I wouldn't say that. I don't want to give any insults to musicians in North America, but we like to simplify things so people can dance to our music. Not to say that salsa, musicians don't give us anything simple to dance to, but they definitely make it more challenging. Do want to connect to the music so that the person that we're dancing with connects to us. And it's a triangle, right? The music's at the top and the two people are connected together with the music. All right, so I'm gonna clap the basic rhythm. Okay, so that is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You can either make it slower or you can make it faster. We can do it this way, or we could do it this way. Think about your feet. Can your feet clap the floor in that speed? Or to further complicate things, we could do another kind of rhythm. So let's try this. You can either do it slow or fast. So let's do the slow. 1, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 3, 5, 6, 7. Or really fast. So maybe you can do this rhythm, no problem. Maybe you can clap, maybe you can connect it with your feet, no problem. Maybe you have an issue of connecting your ear to the music, like the timing. Maybe you just don't know the timing of the music, and it's a pulse, right? Like you almost have to use the head test to like kind of figure what the timing is. What I try to listen to, there's a couple of things I listen to give us some hints of the music. And that's the drumming. The drumming is what keeps the timing, or any percussive instrument to kind of keep the musicians together. But the problem is there is no instrument that actually, at least I can't hear an instrument that, does 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? Like there's just so much instruments on top of one another. So what I try to listen for are the landmarks, when you're lost and or somebody's giving you direction and you're trying to find a location. They say, yeah, just, you go by the shoppers, or you go by the hospital, or, it's Forest Street. Like there's landmarks. So music, in a sense, is kind of like that in salsa. So I try to listen for the cowbell. So the cowbell, it's kind of a clangy sound, and you hear clang, 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 clang. Usually it's core beats is what we call it, or the 1, the 3, the 5, the 7. Then there's also the conga. So that is 4N, is 8N. And the slap is 2, and the slap is 6. Once you get into salsa a little bit more, these are some things to listen out for. The other thing I listen to is when new sounds come in. They usually start on the first beat of the music. Also, the first beat of the music is usually the loudest, or it's like a sentence. When you start talking, like, I just went to the store. There's an inflection. So really listen for the music of where is the strongest beat. That's normally 1. because I used to say it used to be when the melody starts, but sometimes these darn songs are so complicated that they don't necessarily start on the first beat. All right, so that's just some hints. Now, today's lesson, we're going to learn those rhythms, right? And the tip here is whatever I'm going to teach you, you want to kind of keep your feet as underneath you as possible, because especially if the song is fast, you don't want to veer too far forward or too far back or to the side or any way around your center. So the tip is, when you're learning to shine, yes, we tell you where to step, but it's really just a guideline. You have to remember that it's just we're dancing to the music, and we're dancing to the rhythm and the tempo of the music, but it's just making that rhythm fancy. So whether we're twisting our hips and moving another direction, we're still keeping the rhythm with our feet. So I just want you to kind of keep that in mind. And of course, practice over and over again, and make it your own. Don't look like me, make it look like you invented it, okay? So I picked a song that would go well, because the other lesson is that musicality or music comes first. The shine that we're going to learn is, and again, let's just practice those two rhythms that I showed you. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Very slow. Make sure you're making this sound with your feet. You can even connect it with the numbers with your mouth. 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3. All right, so now the shine is going to, let's do a forward and back basic, but what I mean by forward and back is that your body is leaning forward, so you have to step forward, or leaning back, so you have to step back. But we're keeping the rhythm, all right? So 1, 2, 3. Can we do that? 1, 2, 3. Let's do it one more time. 1, 2, 3. If you notice, I took two slight steps forward, and then just a step in place. Then I changed direction. 1, 2, 3. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3. Let's do it again. And 1, 2, 3. So now, if we piece it together, 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. My feet are underneath me, so we're not losing time because salsa songs are very fast. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Now with the shine, I'm actually on the 5, 6, 7. I'm actually just going to switch my body to face my right diagonal. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 5. I plant my foot on 5, then I twist my body to my diagonal, getting ready to step, but instead of stepping back here, I want to match my direction and go 6, and then step forward 7. Okay, so let's do that with me. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Now, keeping rhythm again. Now, this is where it gets a little tricky, because technically we could just keep stepping and keeping rhythm, but now, this next step is not really a step, but it is an action. What it is a tap. So we just tap the ball of our foot, and then we step, 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 step. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so do that with me. 1, 2, 3. Remember to keep on time. Now we're going to do a Suzy Q. A Suzy Q is, we twist our body. Can we twist our hips? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This is what we want to do, is we want to twist and go 1. The reason why it's tricky is because we're not doing it on 1, we're actually doing it on the following beat. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's try it again. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Do it again. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. We want to face our audience. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Let's do it from the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And I kind of try to twist it, but it's okay if you don't. But once you start to practice over time, this is what it's supposed to look like. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Really let those hips bring it forward into your other diagonal. Now, we just repeat that on the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Do it again. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Do it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Hopefully you got it. Now, remember the other rhythm that I did. What we're going to do here is we're going to do 2 steps forward. Okay? So let's go here. Ba, 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 da, ba, ba. Make sure your weight's on your left before you step forward, and we're going to bend. So 1, 3, and then another Susie Q this way. 5, 6, 7. Let's do it again. 1, 3, 5, 6, 7. So now what we're going to do is step forward again. 1, 3, but instead of the Susie Q this way, we're going to do point, point, step. So again, keeping the rhythm, but it's not a step. It's going to just be a movement, and we're going to look at our diagonal. So we're going to point to our diagonal, and then twist our body like as if we're doing a Susie Q, and just let the foot follow to your left. And then we're going to take another step forward. And that's the end of the shine. This is how it's going to look. So here we go. Basic. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Core beats. 1, 3, Susie Q. 6, 7. Then 1, 3, point, point, step. And then back to our basic. But I'm probably a little too, again, we want to take small steps. So let's do it again. Basic. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Point, or tap. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Tap. 2, 3, 5, 6. Core beats. 1, 3, Susie Q, and core beats, and point, point, step, and basic. Let's do it to music. You'll catch on, don't worry. I have some sore knees, so bear with me because I just did a jog today. Here we go. So basic. Let's keep that rhythm. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Let's clap it. Clap, clap, clap. Back here. So tap, back, step, Susie Q, tap, back, step. Let's keep doing that. So tap, back, step. Let's keep doing that. So tap, back, step, Susie Q, tap, back, step, Susie Q, tap, back, step. Just until we get used to this. Back, 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 back. You can dress it up with twisting those hips. Back, back, back. Susie Q. 1, 2, 3. We're just keeping rhythm. Remember to keep that rhythm. Ba, ba, ba. And my knees are killing me. So let's go with the basic. Whenever the music changes, that's when I usually like to change it up. Okay, so now let's try that other shine that we did. The 1, or 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. This is what we're doing. What we're doing is actually we did a point. Let's try it again. Okay. go. We're going to do the tap and then Susie Q. Here we go to your dangle. Tap, back step, Susie Q. Tap, back step, Susie Q. And 4, basic, back basic. Okay, let's do it again. Tap, back step, Susie Q. Tap, back step, Susie Q. And 4, basic, back basic. Okay, now what we're going to do is the core beats. Here we go. Ba, ba, da, Susie Q. Ba, ba, da, point, point, step. Let's try it again. Core, core, Susie Q, and core, core, point, point, step. Okay, here we go. Core, core, Susie Q, core, core, point, point, step. One more time, then we're going to piece it all together. Here we go. Core, core, Susie Q, core, core, point, point, step. Okay, we're going to get it all together. Now, hear the music. We're ready to put it all together. Here we go. I'll pull it out. Here we go with the tap. Tap, back step, Susie Q. Tap, back step, Susie Q. With the core, Susie Q. With the core, the point, point, step. See? It works with the music. All right. Okay, can we do it again? I think we can do it. Here we go with the tap. Tap, back step, Susie Q. Tap, back step, Susie with the core, Susie Q. Core with point, 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 step. See, the music changes. Did you notice? Okay, it's gonna change again. Here we go. Tap, back step, Susie Q. Tap, back step, Susie Q. Core, Susie Q. Core, point, point, step. Yes. So whenever anyone lets you go in partner work at salsa, this is what you do. You can never practice too much of your basic. Here we go with the tap. Tap, back step, Susie Q. Ba, 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 Susie with the core. Ba, ba, da, Susie Q, and core, point, point, step.